Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Actually, I don't know if it has turned out nice again. I know it's very early in the morning, as you can probably tell. I've just crawled out of bed. I haven't had a cup of coffee yet or anything. I'm still asleep. And as you can see, I haven't made it to the office or to my studio yet. However, I wanted to bring to your attention um, two things. One, I received some communication late last night from a former Liverpool player saying that Steven Gerrard has agreed to go to Villa and that it's all being done. Now, whether or not that's true or not, I have no idea. You'll have to wait and see what comes out today. I haven't seen anything on the news this morning as yet. I had a quick look to see if any of it could be true. I don't know. But it's starting to sound like he's certainly given it serious consideration. Well, I think we already know that anyway. However, he was adamant that it was all agreed last night. Whether or not it's been inked or not, I don't know. Let's see what happens today. Yesterday, of course, the big news was that Michael Edwards confirmed that he was leaving Liverpool Football Club. We talked about this yesterday in videos and on the KopTalk podcast. Overnight, a statement came out from him, an open letter to the supporters, basically saying that he was leaving because he'd been in the job 10 years, and that was always his intention, and he wishes FSG all the best of luck, blah, 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 and all that. So hopefully that might calm a few people down that are, using it as an opportunity to cosh FSG. Whether it's all sincere or not, I don't know. Why would he lie? He doesn't need to lie, does he? The thing that I would say is that sometimes people do have a plan to work somewhere for a few years, but then change their mind and extend it. Jurgen Klopp had a plan before, but he chose to extend. Jurgen Klopp has a plan to leave in 2024. We expect him to leave. Will he extend? Who knows? I think it depends how successful we are at that time and how good a mood he is. I think it's as straightforward as that. But previously, he had a plan to leave and he stayed. So I think that you could have a 10-year plan if you like, but still stay if you wanted to. I don't believe, having read that open letter to the fans, to the supporters, that he has got another job lined up. So I'm kind of believing that. He's obviously been denied that he could go to Newcastle. The vibe coming out of Liverpool, if you like, out of Anfield, indirectly from Edwards, is that he hasn't agreed to go to Newcastle, and I don't even know if there is an offer of a contract there for him anyway, even if Eddie Howe wants him there. Real Madrid distanced themselves from him, as did Leipzig. That's more Steven Gerrard stuff. Everybody's waking up and messaging me. Basically, the clubs that he's been linked to have distanced themselves from the suggestion that he could be going there and said that it's not going to happen. And Edwards himself, I think, he's basically said inside Anfield, to his employers, look, I'm being honest with you, I just don't want to be here anymore. Maybe in due course he'll go somewhere else. The thing I would say is I do think it is bad news that he's left, and the discussion or the reaction to some to my content yesterday, particularly on the KopTalk members website, was that it's not the end of the world. We move on. We've lost people before. No, I agree with that. That's not the point. What I mean, I think it's bad news, but it's not the end of the world. Absolutely. But I just think that when someone makes a decision like that to leave something that's in a very positive place, it just makes me wonder why they would do that. So yes, maybe he is a billion% sincere that he had a 10-year plan and then he was going to go. But that doesn't mean that you can't extend or change your mind if you want to. And it's just my personal opinion that I think there are reasons that he chose not to do that. Okay, so we wish the guy well, but I'm not flapping about the fact that Edwards is leaving the club. I'm not flapping at all, to be honest with you. I just think that it's bad news in the sense that he couldn't, be persuaded to stay, and the reasons as to why he thought, well, all right, then I'll do 12 years or 13 years. And I just think that we're approaching a period where You've lost a very, very important member of staff, and you could lose your manager as well within a couple of years. But we know that football changes like that. We know that today we can become. Today Jurgen Klopp could announce an extension. It's just football's fucking crazy. We know this, so don't get too worried about the fact that he's going. Give his successor a chance, and let's just crack on. As far as I'm concerned, we don't need to use this as an opportunity to bash FSG. I'm not FSG out, but I'm not certainly not FSG in. I don't really like the owners, to be honest with you, but they're good owners. They're not bad owners. I just don't think that they're as ambitious as some of their counterparts, if you like, or some of their opposites at other clubs. And I think that's because they're not football people. I would rather be owned by football people, people that understand football, that love football. And I see that at a lot of the other clubs. I'm not really interested about spending zillions and zillions of pounds or anything like that. So, if you go to the official LFC website, we call it the offal. We call it the offal back in the day. If you go to the offal, you'll see the statement on there. Or if you go to facebook.com/KopTalk, or twitter.com/KopTalk, and you'll see that I've put the link out there for you. If you're on the KopTalk members website, it is of course on the discussion about Edwards leaving and the reasons for that. So I hope that gives you something to consider this morning. Go and have a nosy at it. I'm going to go and put the kettle on because I'm knackered and I need to wake up. But I'm planning on being with you guys a little bit later today. I've got to go to the doctor's in an hour. Go and see Hitler's sister and see what she's got to tell me. And I'll regroup with you a bit later in the day. Okay, guys, I'll speak to you real soon.